Athletics brings us incredible highs and unforgettable moments, but it can also deliver devastating blows that shake us to our core. Throughout history, we've witnessed talented competitors meet tragic ends while doing what they loved most, performing in front of roaring crowds who came to celebrate, not mourn. In this video, you are going to watch the heartbreaking moments of athletes who left us in front of their millions of fans. Adam Johnson's tragic end. Adam Johnson embodied the American dream of making it to the NHL despite going undrafted. Born in Minnesota in 1994, this determined hockey player worked his way through college ranks before achieving his goal of playing professional hockey. Between 2018 and 2020, Johnson appeared in 13 NHL games with the Pittsburgh Penguins, a testament to his perseverance and skill. When his NHL opportunities became limited, Johnson didn't give up on his professional aspirations. He took his talents overseas, playing in Sweden, Germany, and eventually the United Kingdom, where he joined the Nottingham Panthers in the Elite Ice Hockey League. October 28, 2023, became a date forever etched in hockey's collective memory. During a routine game against the Sheffield Steelers, an accidental collision occurred that would shock the sporting world. In a chaotic moment near the goal, the skate blade of opposing player Matt Petgrave made contact with Johnson's neck, causing a catastrophic injury. Despite immediate medical attention from arena staff and emergency responders, the 29-year-old Johnson couldn't be saved. The horrific incident prompted immediate safety discussions across all levels of hockey. By January 2024, neck guards became mandatory equipment in British hockey leagues, while the Panthers honored their fallen teammate by retiring his 47 jersey forever. Owen Hart's fatal fall. Owen Hart carved out his own legacy in professional wrestling, despite being overshadowed by his famous brother Bret the Hitman Hart. Known for his technical prowess and quick wit, Owen was respected by peers and fans alike. However, by 1999, he found himself trapped in a comedic character called the Blue Blazer, a role that diminished his serious wrestling credibility. To enhance the Blue Blazer character's dramatic appeal, WWE, then WWF, planned increasingly elaborate entrances, including having Owen descend from the arena rafters to the ring below. The stunt required Owen to be lowered approximately 78 feet using a harness system that had worked successfully in previous events. During the Over the Edge pay-per-view on May 23, 1999, something went catastrophically wrong with the release mechanism. While television cameras were focused elsewhere during a pre-taped segment, Owen plummeted from the rafters, landing chest first on the top rope before bouncing into the ring. The 34-year-old wrestler died instantly from internal injuries. What made the tragedy even more disturbing was WWE's decision to continue the live broadcast despite Owen's death, not informing the audience of what had occurred. The Hart family's subsequent lawsuit against WWE resulted in an $18 million settlement and exposed serious negligence in the company's safety protocols. Dale Earnhardt's last race. Dale Earnhardt Sr. wasn't just another race car driver, he was NASCAR royalty. Nicknamed the Intimidator for his fearless racing style and ability to mentally pressure competitors, Earnhardt commanded respect on every track he touched. His aggressive yet calculated approach to racing earned him 7 Cup Series championships and an impressive 76 career wins, cementing his status as one of motorsport's all-time greats. Behind the wheel of his legendary black No. 3 Chevrolet, Earnhardt became the face of NASCAR for an entire generation. Despite his ruthless reputation on the track, he was a devoted family man who took immense pride in watching his son, Dale Jr., follow in his racing footsteps. February 18, 2001, started like any other race day at Daytona International Speedway. The Daytona 500, NASCAR's crown jewel event, was unfolding, and Earnhardt found himself in a familiar position, fighting for victory. But this time, his focus wasn't solely on winning. Running behind him were 2 cars that meant everything to him: his teammate Michael Waltrip and his son Dale Jr., both in contention for the win. As the final lap approached, Earnhardt positioned himself as the protector, using his experience to shield both drivers from pursuing competitors. Then, in turn 4, contact from another vehicle sent his car spinning into the outside wall at nearly 180 miles per hour. While the impact appeared survivable by NASCAR standards, this crash was fatally different. The racing world lost its greatest icon that day, and a sport would never be quite the same: Ayrton Senna's fatal Sunday. Ayrton Senna transcended motorsport to become a national treasure in Brazil and a global icon of Formula One excellence. His three world championships, 1988, 1990, 1991, only told part of his story. Senna possessed an almost supernatural ability to extract speed from his car, especially in treacherous wet conditions where other drivers struggled to maintain control. The Brazilian's intensity and passion for racing were legendary, but so was his deep spirituality and concern for driver safety. These qualities would prove prophetic during the darkest weekend in Formula One history. The 1994 San Marino Grand Prix at Imola began as a nightmare and only got worse. During Saturday qualifying, Austrian driver Roland Ratzenberger suffered a fatal crash, leaving the entire paddock shaken. Senna, already carrying the emotional weight of his friend's death, was determined to honor Ratzenberger with a victory on race day. On May 1, 1994, Senna was leading the race when disaster struck at the notorious Tamburello corner on lap 7. His Williams car veered off the racing line at incredible speed, striking the concrete barrier with tremendous force. While the initial impact seemed survivable, a piece of the car's suspension broke away and penetrated his helmet, causing fatal head trauma. The three-time world champion was rushed to a Bologna hospital, but succumbed to his injuries later that day. His death, combined with Ratzenberger's, forced Formula One to completely overhaul its safety standards, changes that have undoubtedly saved countless lives since. MarkVivien Foe's heartbreaking exit. MarkVivien Foe represented the best of African football, skillful, passionate, and proud to wear his country's colors. The Cameroonian midfielder had established himself as a vital player for both club and country, featuring prominently in Manchester City's lineup and serving as a cornerstone of Cameroon's national team during their golden era. Foe had already helped Cameroon achieve remarkable success, including their stunning Olympic gold medal victory in 2000 and their impressive showing at the 2002 World Cup. The 2003 FIFA Confederations Cup in France presented another opportunity for the midfielder to showcase his talents on the world stage. During the semi-final match against Colombia on June 26, 2003, Foe collapsed suddenly in the center circle with no other players near him. The 28-year-old had suffered a heart attack caused by hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, a rare cardiac condition that can prove fatal during intense physical exertion. Despite immediate medical attention, Foe could not be revived. Cameroon's victory in that match felt hollow as news of their teammate's death spread through the locker room. The team dedicated their final appearance against France to Foe's memory, playing with heavy hearts but determination to honor their fallen comrade. Joan Carvalo's final fight. Joan Carvalo's dream of mixed martial arts success ended in the most tragic way possible. The Portuguese fighter had worked tirelessly to establish himself in the sport, eventually earning an opportunity to compete in a high-profile bout in Dublin, Ireland against Charlie Ward in April 2016. The Total Extreme Fighting event was meant to be another stepping stone in Carvalho's career. However, during the fight, he absorbed significant punishment that raised concerns among observers, including Ward's own father, who believed the contest should have been stopped sooner. Despite absorbing considerable damage, the 28-year-old Carvalho continued fighting until referee Mark Goddard finally called a halt to the action. Initially, Carvalho seemed to recover in his corner, but he soon began showing signs of serious distress. He was immediately transported to a nearby hospital where doctors discovered severe brain swelling. 2 days later, Carvalho passed away from his injuries, sending shockwaves through the MMA community. His death prompted renewed discussions about fighter safety, referee training, and the need for more stringent medical protocols in combat sports. Wouter Viant's descent into tragedy. Belgian cyclist Wouter Viant lived for the thrill of high-speed descents and the tactical battles that defined professional cycling. Born in Ghent in 1984, Viant quickly established himself as a fearless competitor, willing to take risks that other riders avoided. His aggressive style earned him victories in prestigious races, including a memorable stage win at the 2010 Giro d'Italia. Racing for the Leopard Trek team, Viant was considered one of cycling's rising stars, capable of competing at the highest levels. His fearless approach to descending mountain passes at breakneck speeds both thrilled spectators and concerned fellow riders who understood the inherent dangers. On May 9, 2011, during the third stage of the Giro d'Italia, Viant was descending the treacherous Passo del Bocco at over 50 miles per hour when disaster struck. Witnesses reported seeing him briefly look over his shoulder, possibly to gauge the position of pursuing riders, before losing control of his bicycle. The 26-year-old Belgian crashed into a concrete retaining wall with devastating force, suffering multiple fractures and severe head trauma. Despite immediate medical attention, Viant's injuries proved fatal, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. The cycling community mourned his loss by writing the following stage together in silent tribute to their fallen colleague. Scott Kalida's high-speed disaster. Scott Kalida inherited his love for drag racing from his father, Connie, and transformed that passion into championship success. Competing in both Top Fuel and Funny Car divisions, Kalida captured 2 Top Fuel championships, 1994-1995, and earned respect as one of the few drivers to win in multiple NHRA categories. Known for his meticulous preparation and fearless driving style, Kalida was comfortable piloting vehicles capable of exceeding 300 miles per hour in under 4 seconds. His success made him a fan favorite and a respected figure among his peers in the tight-knit drag racing community. On June 21, 2008, during qualifying for the Lucas Oil NHRA Super Nationals in New Jersey, Kalida's funny car suffered a catastrophic engine explosion near the finish line while traveling at approximately 300 miles per hour. The blast damaged the car's braking systems and safety equipment, leaving Kalida unable to slow his vehicle as it continued toward the end of the track. The 46-year-old driver's car struck the retaining barrier at tremendous speed, causing fatal injuries. Investigators later determined that a stuck clutch system kept the engine engaged even after the explosion, contributing to the accident's severity. Kalida's death prompted significant safety improvements in NHRA, including shortened track distances and enhanced safety barriers. Samantha Serio's career-ending fall. While Samantha Serio's story doesn't end in death, it represents one of the most horrifying injuries ever witnessed in competitive gymnastics. The Auburn University gymnast was competing in the 2019 NCAA Regional Championships when a routine floor exercise went catastrophically wrong. During what should have been a standard tumbling pass, Serio landed awkwardly, causing both of her legs to fracture simultaneously. The graphic nature of her injuries, including broken bones in both lower legs, dislocated knees, and torn ligaments, left spectators and fellow athletes in shock. The 22-year-old senior's competitive career ended instantly, but her response to adversity became inspirational. Rather than dwelling on what she'd lost, Serio focused on recovery with a specific goal in mind, walking down the aisle at her upcoming wedding. Remarkably, just 3 months after her devastating injury, Serio achieved that goal, marrying her fiancé, Trey Wood. She has since built a successful career as a structural engineer with Boeing, proving that her talents extended far beyond the gymnastics floor. Antonio Puerta's hidden heart condition. Antonio Puerta embodied the dreams of every young footballer who grows up imagining themselves playing for their hometown club. The Sevilla defender rose through the youth ranks to become a key player for the Andalusian team, contributing crucial goals in their UEFA Cup triumphs of 2006 and 2007. Puerta's performances caught the attention of Europe's elite clubs, with Arsenal, Manchester United, and Real Madrid all expressing interest in the versatile left-back. His success also earned him recognition from the Spanish national team, appearing to set him up for a brilliant international career. On August 25, 2007, during a La Liga match against Getafe, Puerta suddenly collapsed on the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium pitch. Initially, he seemed to recover and was helped to the locker room by teammates, but he soon suffered additional cardiac episodes that required emergency hospitalization. Despite intensive medical care, the 22-year-old Puerta suffered multiple heart attacks over 3 days, causing irreversible brain damage. His death shocked Spanish football and highlighted the difficulty of detecting certain cardiac conditions that can prove fatal during intense physical activity. Fran Krippen's last race. Fran Krippen represented American swimming's future in open water events, disciplines that test both physical endurance and mental toughness. Born in 1984, Krippen had established himself as one of the world's premier marathon swimmers, with Olympic aspirations driving his training and competition schedule. The 2010 FINA World Swimming Championships in the United Arab Emirates presented Krippen with another opportunity to showcase his talents in the 10-kilometer open water race. However, the conditions in Dubai proved more challenging than anyone anticipated. On October 23, 2010, swimmers faced extreme conditions with water temperatures around 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, and air temperatures reaching 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius. During the race, Krippen began showing signs of distress, complaining of thirst and difficulty seeing the course markers, classic symptoms of heat-related illness. Despite these warning signs, the 26-year-old American continued swimming until he disappeared from view of other competitors and race officials. His body was discovered approximately 30 minutes later near the race's final buoy. Krippen's death exposed serious organizational flaws in the event, including inadequate safety monitoring and the absence of maximum water temperature limits for competition. The tragedy prompted significant changes in open water swimming safety protocols, but it raised troubling questions about why athlete welfare often takes priority only after preventable deaths occur.